Just a working paladin.
I almost
If they're
fucking choked.
eternal,
Thank
why
you,
do
Trauma.
we even keep track anymore?
I'm a working paladin. Where is... That's done. I'm gonna do a little test this time, because it was dumb last time. Oh wait, which one was I gonna use? Where's it at?
Hey, it's that dude that, like, it's that character that dude fell in love with.
What?
I don't know,
Rose knows
man.
what I'm talking about.
What are you looking at right now?
Papa Meat video, the Star Wars character.
Are you looking at my stream?
Yeah, it's your stream.
A Jedi
Right
and
there.
Sith? This one?
Yeah, that's the chick that dude fell in love with.
Is it really?
On the Papa Meat video, I'm pretty sure.
I didn't even realize. I
But
have to
you
click on
must admit, it's hardly the Sith approach.
I've grown far stronger working beside her than I ever could have become through treachery.
Intriguing.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same.
Okay. Alright. Let me test this.
Test. It's working.
Test.
Well,
Sick.
Good test.
Let me check stream. Do I have...
a fat fucking clone.
Voice mod. Is the one on? Cool. I should probably do this before every stream, but I've had so many streams that I've messed up with my own audio issues, and I've just always am like, I'll fix it next time, and then I'll forget like 2 weeks in a row. So this time I've done it. Okay. Miller, would you like to give the recap?
Yep. I don't fully remember where we started. I think it was with them essentially getting folks out of the sewers, rushing them
You were
out.
sending the
Yeah.
Ravens, basically, yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. Went up, sent out the Ravens. Couldn't get one out to the Ordo Executum, so I was going to use my Ravens. Went to leave. Started just making the rounds, checking on everyone.
To clarify, you
we-
could, but you didn't trust the Ravens. Yeah.
Yeah, because I needed one specifically for the Executum and it worked out. So like, you know what, we'll do our own. Went through basically doing the rounds, checking on everyone. We got all the maidens out, got them in. Basically checking on them through the night. Violetta was very sick, still heaving stuff up, but it seemed like she was just recovering. The day came. Albrecht went and spoke to the marshal. Seeing the state he was in, he spoke to him and had a heart-to-heart. Albrecht was trying to lighten the mood a bit with him, but the marshal wasn't having it. He was talking about how everything was meaningless and no one was going to remember the names, and that's when Albrecht opened his breastplate, showing the names engraved inside of his breastplate and all the notes he carried along from the different soldiers of their names. Then the marshal himself gave a very vivid detail of every man that served under him, their name, their story, their rank. Continuing on, they went and checked the bones in the sewer while Violetta was still recovering. Originally believed the bones were of Saint Ramir. They may have left as they got use out of them, but it turned out to be a member of the Ordo Executum as their bones were engraved with holy iconography. Essentially an identifier of who it was. It was Lawrence Orlandor,
Yes,
who had been
Orlandor.
missing for some time. He was a very high-ranking potent member of the Order. And like I said, missing for some time. It's not sure how he's dead. During this, though, Violetta was trapped in her dreams for 10 years, despite time passing on the outside. She had essentially a perfect life. She was told she'd never failed in her quest, that she was one of the greatest knights who have ever lived, receiving honors from Gilles and others. Every time her mind struggled and told her it wasn't real, the succubus would change the story. Eventually coming to where she was married to some knight. I assume her, original... No, she was a knight original mind. I don't know who she was married to. I never got that. But had a daughter and I think another son, and a man named Hugo kept trying to bother them. Was told that Hugo and the others were going to try to kill her and her daughter and all this. Eventually, she was able to break free from the spell of Celeste. It left her definitely emotionally scarred, as having trapped in your memories for 10 years would take a toll on him. I don't think that's pretty much the end of that for the Sanctum. We gathered up and left. We sent Evelyn along with the Outriders back to warn the people in the town what was coming and that we'd be falling behind. As we set out, we saw a storm forming overhead over the town, like the eye of the storm directly over the town. Ravens dead along the road. The one I specifically sent, its neck had been snapped, but the note was still on it. Getting closer to the town now, it was signs that something had happened. The tattered banners of House Ravensholt, destroyed homes and a large crater in the center. It turns out Celeste had shown up to the center of town like she had before, and upon receiving the praise, caused a large explosion, killing 28 of my men. Alistair was killed after the blast. He held on long enough. He tried to save Evelyn. In the center of the crater, there was the, as you described it, diamond, marble, or otherworldly material in a perfect statue of Celeste. We also got the confirmation from Alistair before he died that they were in Bilbo Daon, a place near a great endless lake. The corruption is spreading from it like a malignant tumor. We burnt the bodies. The diamonds that were formed from the remains we were able to was given to Evelyn. Then it found out, as we regrouped in the bar, trying to figure out our next plan, that Violetta had something inside of her. We thought it might have been the case, but we shrugged it off, thinking it was just she trying to cough up more. She reported she had like a tickling in her throat, but again, as she was hacking up stuff before, we didn't make much mind. This time, though, there was a parasite that was trying to claw its way out of her. Through being grabbed by Hugo and Albrecht, it was removed. It was smashed on the ground, and it turned out it was quite large. I think 6 feet in length, growing inside of her. Once the realization hit the group, we immediately ran back to the Sanctum. We took the time to remove the parasites from the maidens that were still there. The other 4 that had left already, thinking they were cured, were tracked down by Sir Leviticus and a few other knights. Sorry, not knights. They were outriders from Albrecht. They found them at a farmhouse where they were taking shelter for the night. In theirs, where the parasites, I don't know, took over the host and they started attacking. Killing the villagers inside, the knight escorts. Some of the knights were hurt, but at this time, all the maidens were killed. They did truly feel sorry for their actions, as they couldn't control themselves, but there was nothing to be done. They had to be put down. And I think that's pretty much where we left off after, like, Leviticus shield bashed ones.
Yep, he Captain America'd its head, or her neck, with his shield, and she passed away. But, yep, that covered just about everything, so we will continue from there. As you gave in the account, all of those things happened over pretty much the last day, and you guys have been dealing with the recoiled losses from that time as the rain falls now. Leviticus, the wind and the rain are getting stronger. The storm seems to be moving still. You can see the dark clouds swirling above the eye of the storm far in the distance at this point, moving. You have pushed your shield through the last one. The Outriders have patched themselves up and regrouped, and they are limping out of the house right now as you kind of come back around the front side of it. What do you want to do?
Well, while they were doing that, I remember the last thing I said I wanted to spend the time to just start digging.
Digging.
And, preparing.
Okay.
Yeah, holes and everything for graves.
Yep. Alright, so they'll go ahead and they'll help you do that. You guys all dig holes. You dig individual holes for the bodies here and start to lay them in them. What would you like to do now?
We must return back to the keep.
What'd you say?
Are you able
Sorry.
to ride? We must return back to the keep. Are you all able to ride and you need rest?
They look each other over and they say, "We're a little banged up, my lord, but we have to make time. We must move. We'll follow behind."
Right. Don't push yourselves if you don't need to.
Time is of the essence, my lord. Our lives are meant to be used.
Not to me, they're not.
And they just smile to each other, and then they get on their horses. One of them, the one who was injured downstairs with his leg getting gnawed on, he limps over to his horse. His buddy helps him get on it. He kind of like grunts, and then like grabs at his calf where it's bandaged now, and then gets moving on the horse.
I'll hit him with a healing spell on it.
Okay. Good to go.
Mark one down. Yeah.
So he
And then we
gives
start
you
riding.
thanks, and then you guys start riding. You head back. You make good time as the horse hooves trounge through the mud on the way back as you guys push the horses again to their limits. Similarly on the way there, although not as fast, but you do end up making it back in relatively good time. Took you about an hour and a half to get there. You get back in roughly 2 hours time. Albert, as you guys are dealing with the ones in the infirmary, as he has left, you are heading back outside with Violetta and Hugo and Loopold when you see him returning on the horizon with your outriders. He rides over the hill. The horses are covered in mud, as are the boots and legs of the outriders and Sir Leviticus's white cloak and garnishings. And they ride back up to the wall of the keep at this point, led by Leviticus. What do you guys do?
I'll raise a hand up to salute them as they return.
They return.
Return the salute.
Did you have success on your hunt?
Partial.
Did you not find all of them, or what happened?
I found all of them. Not in the state we would like, though. The rest of the Seraphim Knights are all dead. Killed by those things. They weren't themselves. I killed all of them. One of your outriders was hurt, but relatively all of them come back unharmed.
Good. We managed to exorcise the parasites from the others.
Good.
What exactly happened to them? Aurelia asked.
The creatures in their throats, they were parasites, they became hosts, controlled by them. They began to feast on the local populace. They murdered the knights. They had increased strength, but they weren't any more resilient. Luckily, with time, I'm sure they would have been. If only we would have found them sooner.
Aurelia swallows her spit nervously, in that way that people do when she hears your description of what happened. She looks over to you, Violetta, and she doesn't say anything, but she kind of just gives you that look of like, I'm really glad that we got that taken care of. As you,
Violetta will start to and turn to the side and just spit in disgust.
I thought that was actually you having to do that. Not Violetta, I apologize.
That was Violetta.
Committed to the bit.
Committed to the bit, right?
I hope you are well, madam.
In body, yes. In mind, we shall see.
I understand.
The test of time will be the greatest challenge, but I welcome it.
You have a good heart. If you excuse me, I need to go lay down. I've been up for 36 hours. Perhaps longer.
Have you actually been up for 36 hours?
He's me, no.
No, okay.
He's been up.
Yeah.
He's been up. He went up. He's up for the full day. The day before, helping because we got here in the morning.
Oh, you didn't sleep last night, did you?
No, he stayed all the way up through. So I'm gonna go find a chair and he's just gonna collapse.
Okay. So, what are the rest of you doing?
Probably the same at this point. Need a rest for what's coming. Making sure the men are well fed and bandaged up. And go find somewhere to settle down with Aurelio.
As you guys are kind of walking off, Hugo goes up to you guys and he says, "So what is the plan, Albrecht, after this?"
By morning, we should have word from the executive. From that, I imagine we'll be heading into the town to chase down the succubus and Celeste.
Do you think word will get through? After all, we
I
found
would
that
hope
raven
so.
on the way.
Isolde's very crafty boy. If anyone make it through, it would be, I'd say her. You know, it is. Everyone's to be, I suppose.
You sent your raven.
Raven, fox, whatever sounds desire.
Not just a normal bird, then.
No, she's no.
Well, I pray that it does return then. But what if it doesn't?
We'll find out in the morning. If word doesn't get through, we'll have to do this on our own.
Hugo looks up at the sky and then looks over towards Violetta and the others, and he says, "Well, I hope you're right. I do." And then he heads inside. What do you do, Leupold?
Gwendolyn spit, right?
Yep. Or Violetta.
Sorry, Violetta. I'm thinking of the other D&D campaign.
Yeah.
Leupold is gonna go over and like look at it just to see if there's anything fucked up with it.
Alright, roll investigation.
He won't be able to tell.
You go over and you look at where she spit, but it is raining and it is already kind of washing away. But from what you can tell, it looks like regular spit. You're hoping that it's gone. Whatever was pulled out, and that it was the only one. But your reservations are your own. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No, not really. He's just gonna head inside now that it's raining.
Okay, it's been raining for some time. Alright, so everybody heads inside to take a rest. Now, what was I going to say? You guys left this morning, 3 hours south, 3 hours back. It's about 6 hours. So say you left around 8. It is around... It's around 3. some other times. Did you want to just wait till nightfall and leave, or do you want to spend more than a long rest here and wait for the morning?
How long is it? What's the full total time since we left?
It's been about 9 since you left. Yeah. Let me think. Hold on. 6 plus 8. Yeah, 14. So 2 plus 1 of just downtime and stuff. So, yeah, it's been about it's 3 p.m. right now. You left at 8, so it's been about 9 hours.
Minimum long rest right now. We'll
That'll put
figure
you
it
at
out.
freaking like 11 p.m. So, what do you want to do as night falls and you're rested now?
As nice as it would be, because time's against us, going out and while it's pouring and in the dark's kind of a risk.
The rain has not let up.
Yeah. I guess we'll wait a little bit more. We need the rest. And it gives time for the Isolde to arrive.
Okay. So, everybody in agreement on that?
Yes,
Yeah.
I will be right back. I gotta flip the laundry.
Yep.
Is it on a clothesline? Did you just normally flip laundry? Is that a normal thing?
I've never done it.
Okay. Well, you know what? Sometimes when you have a terrible dryer, you do have to flip it because or just like move stuff around because it'll stay wet. It's very frustrating. I had one like that when I was in college.
Yeah, unless means go from the laundry machine to the dryer.
Oh.
I don't know.
Weird that he said flip. Okay, it wasn't just
Yeah,
me.
I gotta figure that one out.
Yeah, we could ask.
I thought he was gonna say-
laundry. It
I'm
could
pretty
mean
sure-
washer to dryer.
I thought he was gonna say flip
I-
my chicken or something or my steak, but he said flip my laundry.
Well, I thought trauma had to do like multiple loads every time.
Maybe.
So that could be, cycling.
Wears 3
and
shirts a
close in and
day.
out.
Yeah, you gotta make sure it gets
All right.
done. All right, I guess while trauma is gone, what would you guys like to do? With downtime, if
what time
anything.
is it now?
Middle of the night downtime.
Go check in on Evelyn and Aurelia.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep, they are sound asleep in their room. Evelyn has not been writing all day. You've taken note of that from her typical demeanor.
Yeah, I've been doing the writing for her this time.
Yeah, Aurelia is sitting in a chair, upright, asleep, the blanket over her, while Evelyn's in the bed, and they've fallen asleep with Aurelia's hand kind of on her head.
I just go and make sure the two are comfortable and settle down in another chair, hold up next to Aurelia, and just lean back.
All right. Leviticus.
I'm not sure. Just go. I don't know. It's raining right now, right?
Yep.
Just go find a ledge that's covered that I can look out and just meditate.
Okay. Loophole.
He's also gonna seek somewhere comfortable to lay down and take a nap.
All right. Loophole, as you are looking for some place in this now in a way rundown keep, you guys can see what's your name, Leviticus, as you look out from the balcony that you find. The few knights that are left here are working in shifts around the clock to stand watch and guard. Although obviously their numbers are down, they're leaving 2 at the gate at all times. You can just barely see them. They don't have any visible light source out there. probably for good reason. They're just sitting out there at the front gate with cloaks on. I know they're white cloaks. And you see them change every few hours. Somebody will go relieve them, and they'll switch the posts. You can only tell they're changing because the person will bring a lantern from inside the keep and hand it off as they take it back inside. Loophole, as you find somewhere to rest, you've gotten more rest than the others over these past few days, so you're not entirely too tired. Hugo does end up finding you as he's walking around, and he approaches you as you're kind of relaxing with your helmet off, reading, and he says, "So, you're from the capital, or you just work there?"
It is. Yes, I suppose I work there. I'm from. Not from the capital, no.
Where are you from?
I myself am from the castle Windfell.
In Astora.
Yes.
I think it's funny how often Astoran knights end up down south in our sibling nation. I'm also from Astora. I've never heard of Windhelm, though. Is that in the south? In Orlando or somewhere else?
Further northwest.
Near Kareem, then?
Maybe?
Maps up
We
here.
got- Yeah, I'm getting one right now.
Okay. Oh, you're not in the game, I forgot. Whoever's
Yeah.
streaming, if you can show them the map.
Oh,
Oh, thank you.
There you go. So yeah, northwest would be up here, near the border with Kareem.
Got it.
Well, seems you're of noble birth, correct?
Yes.
What made you choose a different path then, instead of inheriting your lands and titles from your father? Why come to Stardew?
Well, I was a squire to our head knight, Sir Morin. We were on a voyage to Starim, for whatever reason I don't totally recall, and we came under attack by a greater demon. Morin was taken by surprise and was killed. He had managed to injure the demon fairly well before he died. It was just me and his maiden at that point, so I killed the demon, and then I decided I wanted to kill more.
I guess that's how it happens. But normally I don't see such young men serving down here. It's usually knights who have been through something else in their homelands. I guess, I wanted to commend you, in a sense, if that makes sense.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I think it's easy for someone of an older status to give it up, someone who's been through tough times, but I think it takes a certain sort of gumption to give up a prospect at a life you didn't have yet. To choose something more noble, ironically. I'm sorry if I'm just dumping. I have my own regrets, but do you like this life?
I haven't been in it for very long.
bless you.
I don't mind it, no. I enjoy the camaraderie that I've gained with my fellow knights and among this little posse that I'm with right now.
Why the white cloaks then?
I'd imagine it was probably the nobility in me. I would rather have served the king directly rather than an independent order.
And why, though? You've come to fight demons, right?
Well, yes, to a degree, but I like to help people. I like to prevent, if that makes sense. Perhaps more so than to kill demons.
Make no mistake, I am aligned with no order in particular, but I am curious as to what drove you that way. What do you think gives the king more legitimacy to the independent orders who also seek that helping hand?
Come again? He's
What do you think gives the king that legitimacy? Why not join a different order with the same goals? Seraphim is the most revered and largest order around. Loved by people, loved by their knights. Why go the way of the government, I suppose?
well, I would say because one can be loved, or for an order to be loved, may not make them the best for harsh decisions. I know nothing of the Knight Seraphim, truly. I've worked very minimally with any of them, so I mean no offense to their order at all. But I would imagine the government might be better at making the harder decisions that will affect the people in a long-term manner, even if more unpopular.
Or isn't it easier to make those decisions when you're tucked away at the northern tip of the country?
Perhaps, but I wanted to perhaps have a dog in the fight, so to say.
And what have you seen from this oversight that the king claims to have? What have you noticed?
I would say that I don't think more Varaic knights, or to have the sanctum or keeps of the saints or sites of the saints protected specifically by the Ordo Albus, would have prevented it at all.
What then? What do you think? The king seems to feel strongly that this independence is with many issues of its own. Do you hold the same opinion?
I believe it could cause issues in communication, perhaps, to have so many different orders, even with the same objectives in mind. If they're operating independently, then I'm sure confusion can arise, and maybe not so conflict, but rather strife in who will be the first to achieve what.
Maybe that's why I've never chosen an order, but perhaps I agree to some extent. I think glory can get in the way of things. The idea of being first, or the first to respond, the first to do something, the first to have a great saint, or to have the greatest. I don't really have an opinion on the matter, I'm just curious on yours. I find it odd, the route you've taken. But if it satisfies you, then so be it. I suppose it's all that matters.
It satisfied me thus far.
So you're content with your choice then?
I'm not uncontent. Perhaps further along my path into the order, I may change my mind or regret it, but so far, I enjoy my position.
I've met a handful of Varaic knights. Some long served and some not so much, having defected to other orders. The sentiment is always the same. A life tucked in the great walls of Bastille is not what they envisioned. Away from those people. But you seem expeditionary, of that force and mindset. I hope for your sake that continues, if what you say is truly your goal. He pours just water. That's all he has at the moment. He pours a cup of water in a cup for him and for you. And he says, cheers to you then. I hope your dreams continue.
Cheers.
Take not the foe lightly. Never take the foe lightly.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
And then he goes ahead and he gives you a nod, leaves the cup, and he heads out. All right. What was I gonna say? It's been a few hours. It's roughly 4 a.m. Leviticus. You still meditating?
Yeah.
As you are doing so, something catches your eye. The rain has not let up. It has remained intense. The wind shakes the windows of the castle and howls around you, fluttering the cloaks and those outside. The rainfall coming in slanted, not at the in a downpour, but instead of a diagonal, aggressive way of hitting everything. Luckily, it's not pouring into the room where you stand, but instead away from it. But you see, approaching through the forest on the horizon, you see a glow through the mist. You don't see a figure, just the glow. An orange glow of a lantern. Moving quickly through the forest towards the keep. What would you like to do?
Is there anyone near me?
No, you're alone right now.
I'm going to start heading down towards the front gate, but I'm going to be looking for anyone.
Like,
Uh,
of the party?
anyone at all, either party or just someone in the keep that I can tell them or give them an order.
Okay. As you're heading downstairs, you make your way down the steps quickly. You only see a handful of knights inside. They are sleeping in the main atrium. It seems to be where they're changing shifts from. They're kind of just slumped against the wall and whatnot. Their helmets on the sides.
Is there anyone awake?
Yeah, there's one guy awake. He's looks like
Excuse
he's...
me.
Yep, go ahead.
I hate to disturb you. I know you need your rest. I need you to find Lord Albert. I'm sure he's with those that have part of his retinue that are hurt.
And he kind of stands up. He was sitting at a desk
Tell him.
writing something, and yeah, go ahead.
Tell him to meet me at the front gate.
Of
There is
course.
someone outside, moving fast and coming this way.
Hugo approaches down the stairs, puts his hand on the knight's shoulder, and says, "Don't worry, I've got it. I'll get him."
Thank you,
Yes.
Hugo.
I head out.
All right. Albrecht, you're fast asleep when your eyes pop open when you hear a knock at the door where you're at. Albrecht, it's Hugo. Albrecht.
I was me. I'm so sorry. I'll get up and check the door. I forgot.
All right, you get up and check the door, and you see Hugo. He's putting his helmet on, and he says, "Leviticus told you to meet him at the gate. He says someone's approaching. Quickly."
I'll stand up, make sure those two aren't waking up just yet, and I'll slip out to see who's arriving.
All right,
Along with
Violetta, what
Hugo.
have you been doing, by the way, with your time?
We were resting for I guess the day
So you
since
rested.
it was raining.
You
yes.
got a long rest from 3 to 11 p.m. and then it's now like 4 a.m. So if you wanted to stay after the night or keep sleeping, it's up to you.
Violetta's gonna be. I think she's gonna be up. She's probably gonna be uneasy and tired of resting.
Okay.
For as long as it's felt.
You're uneasy and you're moving around. You lend a hand, unable to resist, with the other maidens and whatnot. And some of the nurses have you doing some menial but helpful tasks and things like that. One of them sends you to go warm some towels. And as you're leaving and heading out, you see through the glass of the door as Albrecht and Hugo are quickly walking down the stairs in the atrium, heading towards the front door. What do you want to do? They seem like they're moving with a purpose.
I'll tag along.
Okay.
Move to catch up.
You put the towels down, you go ahead and catch up with Hugo and Albrecht. Leviticus, as you get outside, the rain hits you quite hard once again as it dings off your armor and off your helmet, and you have to keep wiping the drops out of the eye slits because they're obscuring your vision.
I'll take my shield and just hold it over my head as I move forward.
All right. You move forward towards the bleak, darkened structure of the gates, and you hear the doors behind you as you see Albrecht, Violetta, and Hugo making their way outside as well. You get towards towards the guards at the gate. You can just barely see their silhouettes. Actually, do you have dark vision?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can barely see the silhouettes. Hey, get down. That is glass, Sutton. Get down. Buying you a chair was the worst idea ever.
Need to keep you on the floor.
Dude, the chair is just a stepping stool. Don't complain. You got it.
New heights, literally.
He has been doing this for months. I always have to hide the chair from him, or anything that he can step on. All right. You can just barely see the silhouettes, even with your dark vision, because it's very dark out here. They kind of look over towards you as you walk out into the center between them, and they... Who goes there?
The Leviticus.
Oh. I was hoping it was relief. What is it, my lord?
Apologize. There is someone coming.
What do you mean?
I spotted them out in the woods. A light of source of some sort. Moving fast.
One of them reaches into his pocket and pulls out a spyglass, and he tries to get a look. You can't see the light from down here, and he says, I don't see anything in the darkness. Are you sure?
I'm positive.
At this point, Albrecht, you get out there with the others.
Who's out here? What's the report?
I don't know yet. But given our recent events, a light source moving through the woods rather quickly, coming this way was a bit startling. I want us to be ready. Perhaps someone should go up on the wall and keep an eye out. Or I will, since I know where to look.
Right about this moment, you see the light crest over the like the elevation. What were you gonna say, Albert?
I'm gonna stand at the front gate. I'm going to hold my sword out and have it glow in
All right. You see that light crest over the hill, and as he gets a little bit closer through the mist of the rain and the obscurities, you can see the what's it called? The outline of a single rider. Loophole, as you're downstairs, or as you're down there sleeping, Hugo comes back and he wakes you up, and he says, "Something's happening at the front gate. Do you want to tag along?"
Oh, sure.
Oh, don't let me raise you, son. Are you tired?
No, not at all.
Alright, come on then. But as this is happening, the single rider crests over the hill, and quite quickly you can see the horse, you can hear the through the mud as it makes its way, and it kind of slides to a stop close to the gate. He doesn't see the guards at first or the gate because of the darkness, but then he kind of realizes that he can see some of the glows from the castle, and he shouldn't be able to. It should just be the gate. He looks around with a lantern, and he eventually makes out your silhouettes, and he says,
By the sage, what happened here?
A lot.
A lot. Where's the gate? The walls.
There's been an incident. We've been attacked.
Well,
he reaches in. You can see from his lantern that he has white tabard with the red crosses. So he appears to be from Seraphim. He reaches into his bag, his leather bag on his side, and he pulls out a scroll and some other stuff. And he says,
who all's present? Is the marshal still with us?
I believe so, yes.
But who goes there before me?
Sir Albrecht, Miss Ravenswold.
Sir Leviticus, Gaius Falconius.
Sir Lupold Damon of House Cornwall.
Violetta. Of the Night Seraphim.
he holds the lantern up to you, kind of like above you as he's on his horse, and he just kind of gets a look, and he says,
Are any of you, Sir Leviticus, you from Night Seraphim?
Yes. Former commander of the 8th.
You're that Sir Leviticus then?
Yes.
All right. I suppose that's as good as it's going to get at this moment. And he hands you the scroll down from it, and on the scroll you can see the seal of Gilles, Gilles de Avonde. He then verbally tells you.
sorry. He hands you the scroll from his. Did you hear everything I said? Was that good?
Yes.
Okay.
The scroll with the seal of Gilles.
Yeah. As he hands it to you, he verbally tells you.
It's from the Grand Master. He wanted me to bring a message to the different stations in the regions. Let them know what's transpiring. He received a message from a Lord Albrecht, I believe, about something to do with the Esterinic Knights. He wanted me to pass on word to many of the outposts out here. The offensive is an amassing of demonic forces to the west of the Holy City. He'll be leading an offensive in the next coming days against that force. Hopefully tomorrow, if the weather is withstanding of sorts. Secondly, the Grand Master dispatched a force to arrest Lord Renoldus for the crimes committed in that city on the eastern side of the river.
Understood.
As he finishes talking, he says,
What's written on the scroll should be similar, but mainly to validate my statements. He doesn't want everything in writing in case of interception by the enemies.
Right.
Do you have any questions?
You said they're planning an attack to the west.
On the west side of the city, there's an offensive plan by many of the large orders.
Any
There's been a
questions,
large-
Albert?
There was a large gathering of demonic forces, very suddenly, but they're too grouped to pass up an opportunity. Poorly grouped as well. We're hoping to gather an assault and flank them from multiple sides and encircle them.
This is in the coming days, you said?
Preferably tomorrow.
We need to ride quickly.
Right, I need to warn them.
I'll prepare the horses.
Warn them about what?
There is a false saint by the name of Celeste.
You mean a
She's
false
bringing
saint?
great. It's hard to say and it's hard to believe, but a demon-born saint. She believes she's doing good, but she wields the power of Saint Mimir and has been destroying all of her path. That's what happened here at the Sanctum, and it happened up in the north to the fishing village. South?
South.
Yes.
You mean the village that I passed?
Yes.
What was her name? Celeste.
And he takes out a something to write with.
Right. A corrupted saint, you mean? Or something different?
Something entirely different.
Alright. I'll get this back. But I don't... What significance do you think this has? I doubt one individual can stop an army of the size we're amassing.
She's
Look at
destroyed
what she's
one
done
village
here.
and destroyed this. Yes, that's the outpost. She's destroyed both.
You've heard the tale of Saint Mimir, yes? How she
Of course.
single-handedly stopped an army.
Of demons,
This
using radiant power.
this false saint is wielding the same power, and she did this. Even still, as this rain falls, you can see the outline of the men who perished. Imagine that on the battlefield, what it would do to us.
What are you suggesting?
Hold off on an attack.
Until when?
Till we deal with the saint.
What if the opportunity presented to us?
We will lose more than we gain if we participate in an attack now.
He stays silent for a second and looks around. Then he says,
Alright. This is the last outpost on my route. The other riders have the others. I'll make you no promises. I'll deliver this message to the Grand Master. But the call is his on the assault. Do you have any other questions or things you want to add?
So, just get the full scoop. Usuranic Knights have been considered bad now, right?
From what just popped up? What is this?
Your voicing is still on.
Yeah, hold on. Something has covered my other monitor and will not go away. That was strange.
okay. So what he said is that Gilles received a message from a Lord Albrecht and has dispatched a force to arrest Lord Ronaldus, who is basically on the run right now.
Okay. And that we're now massing forces to...
So Gilles told you in the beginning he was sending you to do these other tasks because he was working on a much larger campaign in the west.
Yeah.
This is likely what he was referring to, although it seems like it's been
Yeah.
accelerated by the what's it called? By a sudden opportunity. Basically, what the guy was saying is there's a large amount of demonic forces seem to be gathering outside the city, and Gilles is in a perfect position to encircle them and deal a huge blow to enemy forces. With the combined assault of other orders. So Seraphim
It feels
seems to
like
be
it's
in
a trap.
charge. Seraphim seems to be in charge, but there's, as he said, many of the orders are present and are lending a hand here with this large assault. And then he asked if you have more questions. Yeah.
Anything to add before I head off? As I said, I can deliver the message, but there's no guarantees.
Oh. I'll pass him the note, or I'm gonna crack the seal on the note that I wrote, along with the marshal. I'll make sure he sees the seal as well.
Yep.
Take him in somewhere dry and show him the report of Celeste and the ongoings that happened, so we can commit that to memory. And I'll hold on to the letter. Or fuck it, yeah.
You gonna hold on to it?
Because he said he's not taking anything in case he gets killed or captured, right?
Yeah, so he said he's taking things verbally. That was his orders. So basically, the thing he handed Leviticus was just to prove who he is.
Yeah, a seal, essentially.
Yeah. Basically just says, like, hey, this is my boy, listen to him.
Yeah.
Alright, you go ahead and he
seem natural either, Albert. I've been standing out here watching it all day. Or all night, I should say.
It's a trap. I'm always waiting. We need to move.
The rain is certainly not natural. Things are worse near the Holy City. Specifically in the regions not protected by the barrier. It's as if things are warping. The sky is changing. It's different.
There's no doubt in my mind this is a ploy by the demons. With the deployment of Celeste, it would be a total rout. Knights probably would refuse the fight if not directly turn on my brother before being annihilated by her. The others swarmed by the demons. Not to mention, as you said, things are shifting, and combined with the rain, horses would be bogged down in the mud. We'll do what we can to try and stop them. I don't imagine we're going to be able to sway and attack this big.
All of the Order Masters are present. It's an agreement upon them. Even if I convince you, I'll have to convince the others. But she does value the word of the Executum. I'm sure you know this.
Relay this as you can. We'll do what we can. We'll try to intercept and cut off the head.
I have it committed to memory.
He, you hear as he sticks his boot into the stirrup and pulls himself back onto his horse, and the horse kind of sways a little bit, you know, getting centered. And he,
I have your message, Lord Albert. Is there anything else any of you wish to send off? Ravens aren't getting through right now. We keep finding them dead.
I have nothing.
He looks towards Violetta, Loophole, Leviticus.
Loophole went to
Nothing
go.
on my account. I'll go retrieve supplies so that we can ride out as soon as possible.
I'm ready to go whenever. Just say the word.
What'd you say, Loophole?
Loophole went to go get the horses.
Okay.
Violetta's gonna head back inside, grab the towels to get them where they need to go, and then head back to the maidens to start gathering supplies for the journey.
Loophole, do you have anything that you wanted to send?
He would have just wanted to send something to the capital. Like just the information that they all have right now that's going up there anyway.
Alright. Cool. So, he nods as you guys kind of disperse to get ready. He looks down towards you and he said,
And beware of illusions. As I said, things are warping out there.
Yes. Beware of any... I have dispatched of the ones that I know of. But in case there are other places that this has been happening to. And I'm just
for brevity's sake, just inform him everything that happened here with the, the life pods and all that shit.
The parasites and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Explain that, and it's just, if there's any maidens that have been missing that are returning to their knights, they are likely not themselves. Isolate them and inspect them.
All right. I shall pass
You
this
may
on
have
along.
to kill them.
I understand.
I've already killed 4. Weighs heavy on my head.
On his horse, he puts his he gets down, he puts his hand on your shoulder, and then he says,
The burden no knight wishes to carry, so that it is, but one that only the strongest of us could carry out. I hope if I come into the same contact, I can do the same as you.
I nod.
I'm Sir Horus, by the way.
Sir Horus.
Yes.
Lupercal.
Hor! Well met, Sir Horus.
Well met. Your accent betrays you from a store as well.
Everybody say what?
Accent portrays that you're from Astora as well.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I am.
Good day then,
It's
brother.
been a long time. Good, well met, brother.
As our ancestors did, may the sons of Astora carry their sibling Starim to victory.
and then he gets onto his horse, and kind of turns it around.
I reach up to, shake his hand.
When you're up against trouble, meet it squarely, face to face. Lift your chin and set your shoulders, plant your feet and take brace. When it's vain to try and dodge it, do your best that you can do. You may fail, but you may conquer. See it through.
See it through I shall. By helm, brother.
By helm.
He gives you a nod, and then he kicks off his reins and heads back down the trail with his lantern. All right, what do you guys want to do?
Start heading off towards the village. Tell 'em, go and wake the others, gather the men.
Okay. You go ahead, and let me make sure everything. Okay. You go ahead and you gather all of the men and everyone. Loophole gathers the horses, and you guys set out here at night. The sun shall be rising.
Can't believe you forgot my very important part about getting the
night.
supplies from the maidens.
Yeah,
And you
Tisk
got the
tisk.
supplies from the maidens, of course.
The journey couldn't have happened if I didn't have the rations.
It's true. Without Tally here to manage provisions, I need you to ensure that the numbers match up, So
Number crunching.
we can calculate the number of rations per day that will be used and need to be purchased with maximum capacity carried by wagons
Oh
and
Jesus,
saddlebags.
please
No,
no.
no, no. We should do that now. We have a few hours to spare. We should certainly calculate as Bohemond would have preferred. Of course, making
God.
space for cheese. Now,
As is his legacy.
we set off. You all ride off into the night through the rain, kicking up mud and making a good time. You want to head for where, Albrecht?
The Villa, whatever it's called. Villa
All right.
Deon.
So, for my cartographers who reference the map, what that's going to look like. You ride south across the hilly plains and the sparse forests towards the river town that was destroyed of Bouche-Theron. From there, you continue as the sun is just setting over the horizon. As you reach this area, you can see it kind of trying to peek through the storm clouds on the horizon and give some light, but it's still quite dark. You make your way down the coast of the river, along the fertile lands, using it as a guide in the nighttime towards the great city of Elysium. By boat, it's 3 hours. By horse, making good time, it's about 3.5, 4. if you're pushing the horses. You go ahead and make it in 4 hours, so it having been 7 hours since you set off. As you are approaching the holy city, the grand city with the massive walls, the outcroppings, you see the giant statues of the saints lined across the river that guard it in a metaphorical sense, and you see the towns that sit out, or the many farmlands and towns that sit outside the walls behind the first great high wall. The second wall sits inside, hundreds of feet above the other, where even further castles and spires reach up. And as you approach, you see, as he said, as you can see the wind and the rain cascading off of the barrier, making the barrier visible. This isn't normally what happens. These barriers don't keep the elements out. Rain just goes through. Snow goes through. It's not what they're for. But for some reason, the wind and the rain seems to be hitting this barrier and swirling around it, almost creating this like spherical vortex around the cities.
You see this, Lord Albert? My theory was right. It is an unholy rain.
You continue down the river towards the city, and you have to make your way through many of these towns. Now, Villanueva de Ron, according to the map, is going to be on the outskirts in the suburbs of the holy city. So, making your way along the banks of the high wall, past the docks and whatnot, you can see many people are being moved into the city. You can see them in lines, crossing the river bridges and with their belongings, heading into the city. This is routine for them. It happens when great battles are keen to occur, or when demonic forces are present and it's deemed safer to have them move inside. And so you can see that as you move along. Eventually you cross over these rivers and start to make your way towards the actual city itself. Or towards the little town. Now, the way that these are situated outside, sometimes there's land, or oftentimes there's land between, and these towns are semi-isolated with these neighboring areas. Some of them are very condensed into these mega towns that sit outside the walls, almost like these miniature cities of their own. This town in particular is one of the newer settlements, and you begin to approach it. As you leave kind of the more densely populated areas here on the outside, you cross some of the more barren plains, now soaked in water and mud and flooding to an extent. And as you approach via elevation, you can see it's probably about 30 minutes from the nearest other settlement, but in the distance, about half a mile below, you can see Villanueva de Ron. This town it's not a full town size, doesn't have a wall. It's also not as small as a village might be. It's in a nice middle ground of a developing town. What'd you say, hon? My son's eating buffalo chicken nuggets that are fantastic. I've never had those growing up.
Oh, nice.
Lucky
Can I have
bitch.
this one? Yeah, you're not gonna eat it. Daddy's eating this.
Dad tax already.
Alright, so what you see as you approach from elevation is the town below. As I said, it's that kind of it's a developing town. Now, everybody roll perception.
Accept. Oh, fuck, I just realized I said my name wrong to that guy. I missed one of my middle names.
14.
Ooh, bad day.
Oof. 10.
16.
2.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, Loophole's like staring in the wrong direction. I see nothing. It's just open plains.
No demons here.
Albert, you have the best sight from your vantage point where you guys are at. You can see that the town itself appears to be in a disheveled state. It does not look like a healthy place. You can see certain buildings are falling apart. You can see that it's very gray. You don't see crops in the fields like there should be. You don't see bustling traffic or anybody like leaving town. What you see, though, is that there is movement in the town. It is populated, but nobody seems to be evacuating or doing anything that would normally be done, like everybody else is. What do you guys want to do?
How long has it been total?
It has been 3, 7, roughly 9 hours. So it is
so over 20. So we're like 36 hours.
From what?
Somewhere. From when I sent the fox out, or my
yes, roughly.
Familiar. I'm going to make the choice now to summon it back to me.
Okay. How does that work? Can you just do that? What is the rule on like the distance and stuff and how it works?
Are we basing it off of Find Familiar, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Then in that case... as an action, you can temporarily dismiss your familiar. It disappears in the pocket dimension where it awaits your summons. Alternatively, you can dismiss it forever, and as an action, while it's temporarily dismissed, you can cause it to reappear in any unoccupied space within 30 feet of you.
Alright, so... You want to bring it back?
Yeah.
Alright. Stand by. Does anybody else want to do anything first before I do that? No? No? Violetta?
Nah.
Alright. Albrecht, you cast the spell and you try to bring it back. Your familiar appears in its fox form. As it appears next to you, it is breathing heavily and is like startled to an extent, and it looks back up at you.
I'll kneel down and give it a reassuring pet.
Albert.
So
That was good timing.
what news do you bring?
I made it to the Executum. I delivered your message. They had passed me something to bring back with me as well. He did not disclose the information, but upon my return I was intercepted. Something is preventing messages, if you will. I saw many carrier pigeons and ravens along the way killed, but the demons have these hounds intercepted me. I was running and hidden as long as I could. It was at least a few hours ago. I've been constantly on the move. You summoning me, though, I do not have the message with me.
Well, is there anything that you got from there?
When I delivered the message to Remy, he was silent. As he read the message, he thought for a second and did not speak. And then he called for the Sword Saints. That is all I know. I believe he's going to dispatch them for a task. He then wrote up a message. Go ahead.
They'll be arriving soon, then. They'll more than likely be heading to Elysium.
It was 4 of them. Them and Henry. But the message he wrote for you, I'm afraid I do not have, as I said. He was silent as he wrote it, and I apologize for not being able to get back.
It's understandable. You couldn't. There's no need to worry.
He bows its head.
Well, give it a pet.
Do you want to dismiss it or
mind.
keep it around?
No, keep it around. I need them.
Okay.
The mind wonders what the message was, especially if it was silent as he wrote.
You know Remy doesn't lose his composure, and it remains the same. I saw as he touched his chin and thought and sat there for a few minutes before he began to write. I'm sure it was a composed response. But I also know that he trusts your judgment.
If he sent the Sword Brothers, he more than likely would have sent a message with him as well, just in case. He understands the dire consequences of the situation we're facing. Would that be a correct assumption?
That they would be dispatched with... Say again?
Yeah, they would have probably, as a redundancy, just in case.
They are typically sent as like a strike team to do...
Oh, no, I know they're what they are. I just meant
Yeah.
just in case they would have been told if you see him deliver the message as well.
Remy is very compartmentalized. He
Okay.
keeps things...
Close to the chest. And...
he keeps everything on a need to know.
yeah, okay.
So your orders are only going to be known by you and him, and that's how the order stays as successful as it is. Because, like, let's say you're captured, right? You only have the knowledge of your missions. And your son, how did you manage this?
Although, safe to assume they'd be going to Elysium. They would probably have sending service.
It's safe to assume they are going to deal with what you wrote about specifically.
Yeah, they're going to be coming here. The Elysium, they'll probably bypass and they'll be arriving here at Villanova.
Yeah, they're gonna go wherever they track Celeste to. That's what they're gonna do.
Yeah. I would hope they arrive soon. I imagine this is where Celeste is, if not always following the eye of the storm.
Oh, another thing. I'm glad you brought that up, the eye. There is a second storm converging from the west.
Towards Elysium.
Yes. It started near St. Clair and is moving down the river. The two storms seem to be on a collision path.
That's not good. You said it started near St. Clair.
Yes.
On your way, did you see anything of the sanctum there?
No. I moved straight. I tried to move north, over Greyley, back towards the Sanctum Ardis. Those hounds have penetrated quite deep into Starim.
Can you circle on the map where exactly we are? We're like...
Down here, near, yep, right there.
Okay.
So you're familiar saying
possibility
they traveled like this. That's where they were going.
Yeah.
Basically, they got intercepted like up here.
Yeah.
were you saying?
I said there's a possibility of another saint then.
Another.
If we believe the storm is caused by Celeste, and there's another one approaching from the west near St. Clair. There's the sanctum there. And it's possible another one was birthed and they're coming to converge here.
Perhaps the other sanctum was hit as well.
I wouldn't doubt it. The one pulling the strings is here still, I imagine. But
It's a good call.
if we can cut off the head of the snake. But I don't know.
Who knows how her daughters would act? They might violently thrash. They might be worse.
Or they might be free.
One can hope.
I
I'm not
know
so
this is a
sure.
grave ask, but you may need to find that sword yourself if we encounter them and they do not wish to see the light.
I understand. I'll start making preparations. I need a church. Preferably of one of Helm, but somewhere I can communicate with him effectively.
I don't think it will be meeting at church. We can make preparations here to make a hallowed ground as best as we can in the short time we have.
Fine. Let's get to work then.
There is likely one in the town.
In the town that's a
That you're
corrupted
overlooking.
wasteland. Yeah.
Yep. Well, there's people there. You can see them moving around.
Yes, but remember, as was said, it was like hidden in plain sight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna trust it. I'm gonna trust it. Albert's judgment on this. Yeah, we'll just
All right.
make the ground holy here and do what I can.
I'm gonna gather my men.
We can gather
Albert,
what supplies are.
actually, the rest of you,
Construct something.
I need to say something with this blade. It tried to corrupt me once before. If I fail, I need you to kill me.
Of course. We'll see to it that that blade doesn't corrupt me.
Right.
All right. So you guys want to make preparations here?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Do what
I'm
we
gonna
can
gather the
to.
men, bless their weapons, go around making rounds, doing the purity seals, get everyone as best we can.
Okay. What about you, Leviticus?
I'll create like a circle or whatever in the ground and sanctify it.
Do you
And
need a spell
kneel
for that?
down. Probably not. No, I'm just holy water or whatever, just that kind of thing. I'm a
Okay.
cleric, so I
Okay.
figure it's not too hard for me, like, to do something like that.
There is a spell. Oh, hallowed. That's what it is.
Yeah, that takes 24 hours. I'm gonna
Yeah.
step away while he does that, then I got something.
Okay, you have something for that? Okay,
No, just something in general. You're good
Okay.
to go. I'll be right back.
Alright.
Get water.
so I'm gonna just, I guess, start praying to Helms. Lord, please forgive me for what I'm about to do. I must bind a blade of pure evil to me. For the evil is using our own saints against us. And it may be the only way to stop them. As I pull the blade from my bag and begin to, I guess, bind it to myself.
Okay. Before we do that, Loophole, Violetta, what are you guys doing?
What does the terrain look like immediately around us? Do we have brush, wood, etc.? Rocks?
Sparse, yes.
Things like that?
It's hilly
Okay.
plains.
Violetta will do her best to grab some raw materials to kind of do a impromptu shrine or like a small chapel kind of deal. Try to build up a little bit of something so we have a focal point.
So you're trying to help Leviticus?
Yeah, I'm trying to make something more tangible that we can use for this.
Do you have any spells for this?
Spells? I guess it's safe to assume then that building something wasn't
Oh, you're out of the game, I just realized.
Yeah, you're
out
not
of the
in,
game.
Yeah, you
you're not
fell
in
out of
tabletop.
Oh, did it boot me?
Yeah. Clicking rapidly though. Okay. Well, I'm saying like, spells help obviously with things like this. That's why they have spells for this stuff.
Okay, that's fair. I'll look in a second. Most of my spells are just healing or combat.
Are you playing Tarkov?
No.
Diablo.
I was totally not leveling the Diablo character through the prologue.
Ooh, thank you.
I was doing it so that when Snake played and whoever else, it would be easier.
Yeah.
The music was too good. Now, I'm thinking about our spells. It seems like Revivify and Heal and Witch Bolt. There's not really anything, and I think that would apply to this. So I'm going to say no,
That's
but I
where
will
I'm
double
at, too.
check. So
I have
I'm
a
gonna try to
Dispel
go-
Good and Evil. I do have Hollow, but that...
Oh, there is Dispel Good and Evil, but that's more of an... we want good, though. We don't want to dispel it.
Yeah, we don't.
I guess
that's what I'm
making
saying.
it like...
I have Hollow, but that's 24 hours, so it's... I have Planar Binding.
Is a spell good and evil a lasting effect, actually? Or is it like you do it and you
look.
now have clean slate?
For the duration, Celestials, which...
How long
Would
is
I
the duration?
1 minute. Concentration.
Oh.
So I can break an enchantment, or I can do a dismissal. So it's... But in combat, it's like, okay, Celestials, Elementals, Fays, Fiends, and Undead have disadvantage on attack rolls against me.
I don't think that'll help us here.
No, that'll help us later, I think. But
be creative.
1 moment.
break enchantment as a magic action. You can touch a creature that is possessed by or has the charmed or frightened condition from one or more creatures of the types above. The target is no longer possessed, charmed, or frightened by such creatures. That might... Could I use Commune as well? I mean, I know Commune is specifically, I ask a deity or a divine proxy, but I want to use it more in the case of, like, how long it will take me to bind, actually.
Like to yourself?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Or whatever the proper term is, not bind. But
Ooh,
yeah.
you know what?
Work call, stand by.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. We can discuss them.
Yes, my plan while you're doing it, I will put protection from evil and good on you, and I'll concentrate on that. So it's a 10-minute duration, all that good stuff. I gotta go flip my laundry again, but that's my.
Oh, by the way, we were all kind of discussing it. Define flip your laundry for us. We were all confused by that.
Move the one from the washer to the dryer.
Okay. No, that's what Miller thought, and that's sort of what I thought.
Is that not a common thing?
I think that's a Midwest term because I remember Sarah saying that too.
Oh, this isn't a more common thing.
No, I've lived everywhere in the United States. I've only ever heard it when I've lived in the Northwest.
Midwest, but
it must be a Midwest thing. Then I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought this was just a common saying.
Miller,
That's
you're
interesting.
right. It's flip the laundry is move it from the washer to the dryer. So
Yeah.
no, by
flip it from one bin to the next. Basically,
we kind of thought it was either that or that you had to move it around in the dryer so it would dry properly.
Well, I mean, what I did last time was, I emptied the lint trap and then I ran it again. I sometimes will run it a little bit longer just to make sure it fully dries because the dryer is not always the best.
Yeah, no, I
Roach here?
understand that. Roach
he had to
I'll
get
take
to
it.
a call. So we were discussing what to do. Violetta's contribution, I'm going to put protection from good and evil on Leviticus, and I'll concentrate through that for 10 minutes while he is doing the
You
binding.
know what I can do?
But I will be right back. I'm going to go.
Okay, go for it.
Laundry,
I was going to say I might use enhance ability on you while I'm doing my thing.
As Trauma goes AFK.
Trauma's going to go flip laundry and then be back.
What y'all come up with? Is for
so
me, huh?
Trauma's
Go ahead.
Violetta's going to hit me with protect from good and evil spell. And just hold that on me. I'm curious if we can... If I can hit her with enhance ability at the same time while I'm doing my thing.
You'd probably need to focus on one or the other.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, because that's a concentration up to an hour, so...
Yeah, no, you're going to be concentrating on the blade.
Can I... But I was asking, can I commune with... Because it only lasts for a minute. Or no, it casts for a minute. No, it's a duration of a minute. Shit. So, not necessarily to ask questions, but more to have the presence of Helm actually here as well.
With commune?
Yeah.
I like it.
Because
Yeah,
it's...
you try.
I'm... Okay. Okay. Alright. We want to just wait for Trauma to come back, because I don't know if you can have any rolls.
Yeah, we'll give him 1 second.
Yeah.
In the meantime, unless you want to wait for him, I wanted to talk to my men.
Okay, what do you want to talk to him about?
I wanted to see the usual, like always, movie trope, video game cliche, to see if any, offer him the chance to get out.
All right.
Or at the very least, to go to Lysilum.
They all leave. Okay, so, yeah, you give them the chance. I'll tell you what, roll, do you want to give the speech or just want to roll for it?
I do have a speech I pulled the other day. I wanted to give everyone later, but yeah, go for it. Go for it.
What we have here is a grim task. I will not ask any of you to stay. If you do stay, there is no guarantee you will even make it out alive. There's no guarantee of your soul making it out. What we face today is a threat to the realm as a whole. We cannot allow this vile creature to stand and corrupt this land, because God knows what it'll do once it gets past here. If you wish to go, you may return home, and that is it. Or if you wish to take up arms with the rest of the force in Lysilum, you may. Or of course, you can stay here and fight with us. This is a grave task, and don't feel one way or the other of your choice.
They look around at each other. You can see some of them would like to stand up and say something, but they cheer, but they have to be, they know they need to be reserved right now, given where you guys are at. And they look at each other. You see a few of them twitch like they want to get up. Some of them, they hide their faces as they say their own little prayers. And eventually they all just lower their heads, and nobody moves.
Just give a nod and a smile. And I'll look to Levi if he had something to say.
Like most of you, I did not wake up this morning thinking it would be my last day on Earth. But I consider that to be a luxury, not a curse. To know the end is near gives a sense of freedom. Good time to take inventory. We're probably outnumbered and out of our minds on a suicide mission. But the fields and rocks here are stained with thousands of years of warfare against these demons. They will remember us for this. Because out of our vast array of nightmares, this is one we choose for ourselves. We will go forward like a breath exhaled from the earth. With vigor in our hearts and one goal in sight. We will stop them. Can't tell, but I'm grinning ear to ear right now because I figure Miller would know what that's from, but
I was gonna say
that's a...
I really like that. They look up at you. They smile. One of them, you know, again quietly, he says, "For our families." And the other ones kind of echo that sentiment, as they are fueled by your words. And as I said, nobody leaves. Everyone's is invigorated. But that being said, what will you do now? I guess you want to wait for trauma for the rolls.
Yeah, I want to wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
While they're preparing,
I'm gonna sit there and pray, and kind of like the first time that if any of my men were still alive, they would notice it's nerve-wracking when I'm pacing back and forth and I'm quoting other poems to myself aloud. Okay. Just yeah.
While you're doing that, Albrecht, your sergeant at arms approaches you, and he looks out over the town with you, and he says, "Lord Albrecht, what is the plan?"
It's hard to say. If this were anything else, it would be standard as we do. Push in slow, cut off the exits, but for all we know, that's not even the town below us.
What do you mean?
An image of the town is probably what we're seeing. What's truly there is probably more... I can't think of the fucking word. More sinister. Oh my god. If the succubus is really here, she would have turned the people inside. As Alistair said in his final moments, it's spreading here like a plague, like a malignant tumor. But look, it's a serene, idyllic village, is it not? If it is true what he said, and there's no doubt in my mind that it is, this doesn't meet what he described. So by that theory, everything is hidden to the eye. Isolde, do you see? You're more in tune with this. Can you peer beyond the veil?
You're asking Aurelia?
Isolde. The fox.
Oh. Sorry. So, hold on 1 second, because this is... The fox is is still kind of panting and looks at the town itself, and then looks back at you and sits. And the fox says, "Albrecht, as troubling as it may seem, the town is as it appears, which is a bit more concerning to myself than if it was a visage."
And they're hidden in plain sight. The villagers have more than likely been turned, if this is even the place now.
If that is the case, Lord Albrecht, then how do you propose we approach? As you said, moving in slow, cutting off the exits, but something about this rubs my skin the wrong way.
As it does mine. Aurelia, I'll motion her over.
Yes, Lord.
Do you even just? How far are we? We're like
half a mile.
as far as we are. I imagine you'd be able to smell it. Yes.
This storm is stifling my senses. I've gone numb to the sensations around me. I can't tell anything apart at the moment until this rain stops. I fear that is partially the point of it all.
Indeed. We may be walking into a trap here. But
Sir, the way I see it, we have two options. Unless you see more. First option is that we all go down there. As you said, we militarily cut off exits, enclose on the town. But who's to say that there aren't more in wait, hidden, prepared to ambush, will be swarmed? Or maybe there's not like that and it'll work out. Secondarily, you leave the majority in reserve. A few go down, get a feel, give a signal. Those are the two options that I see. Perhaps you have another idea. Or perhaps young Loopold does. Sir Loopold.
I'm back.
He does seem the observative type.
I'm afraid my experience in these types of actions is far minimal than my peers.
Then it's up to you, Lord.
it's hard to say. It may be best to send a small contingent and see what happens. Give them something to send signal. And if it's not here, we'll need to rush to the eye of the storm.
Aye. Trauma, you're back?
Yes, hello.
Alright.
Welcome back.
Snake,
Thank you.
begin your process of death. I mean, ritual. Go ahead
What?
and... Violetta's going to
I'll,
cast Protect, right? Against good and evil?
Yes, protection from good and evil. Last
I
10
will
minutes.
stand near him to give him the buff, and I will also have Aurelia give him guidance.
Alright. You're casting Commune, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Commune. It'll take me a minute to cast, and then once that's done, I'll have a minute. Well, unless we want to flavor it the way I was saying.
Yeah, we'll
then it's
flavor it the
however
way you
long,
want.
but-
Where we'll say while Helm is present, you then begin to attempt to attune to the sword.
Attune, that's the word. I kept saying bind, but yeah.
Go ahead as you grip the sword and you hold it with both hands on the hilt. This blade is... you would not call it beautiful. It is one that looks demonic in nature. It has teeth near the hilt on either side, serrated, serrated edges. It is a longsword, or something like a longsword or greatsword. It's hard to tell precisely what it is, but you can feel the demonic energy radiating off of it as it pulses inside of the blade as you hold it and cast Commune. The center point where the that line goes up and down the blade begins to glow in this orange hue, angrily, it seems. Go ahead, make a wisdom check with guidance and advantage.
What is guidance? It's a 1d4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, 1d4. 25.
25?
Yeah.
Alright. You hold it firmly as you feel the temptation swirl around your mind and around your body, and you see everybody standing around you, and the whole thing pulses, and you can hear your heartbeat in your ears with that as you try to attune to
Fuck, I hate
the
that.
sword. What do you mean?
That's yeah. I hate that noise so much.
Why?
I quit playing. I don't know. It freaks me the fuck out when I hear it.
Oh, good.
When I hear a heartbeat. Yeah.
So
That's the
you
point.
you you hear that, and then as soon as you hear that, the surrounding rain stops, and just to you, it stops. You see the rain, you can feel it on you, but it stops. You can see people's lips moving. You can see the grass rustling, but there's no sound. And then a shadow encompasses as you're in this black void, just you and the sword. And as you are holding it, you can feel as you push away the temptation. Go ahead and make another check, same way. Advantage and guidance.
Wrong character. Let's go. Advantage. $27.
All right. You hear another through your ears as you hold on to the sword, and it glows brighter in your hands. Then, in the distance, you look up in that void, and you just see the piercing eyes and the light silhouette of some figure.
The Paladin thinks he can wield my power. Tell me, Paladin, what do you seek?
Cleric.
Priest of Helm, Cleric, Paladin, they're all the same. You all think you can wield the power of greater beings. But I'll get that hatred out of you. As your heart is full of hate, isn't it?
My heart is full of regret for those that I could not save.
Regret is a powerful sin.
It is.
Are you not proud?
No, I am humble.
Are you not greedy?
No,
Do you not lust?
no.
Then what do you regret?
Seeing my men die. Not being a better man.
It's so
That's-
fucked up sounding, dude.
It really is.
I regret watching my men die. Not doing more. I regret not being there fast enough to save those maidens and the other knights that accompanied them.
So
I
you
regret having to pull this blade and hope to use its power to fall those two, or possibly more even, false saints.
So you
I'm a
wallow
knight
in your
of hell.
sorrows.
I am alone. But I have others around me, willing to support me even now.
Friends are nothing but betrayers of the future. You will wallow in your sorrow. Regret. 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 A powerful seed that builds into revenge, that builds into greed and pride and all of these things. You are no different, knight. Think you can control. Powers of the great abyss. The everlasting and deep sea of sorrow and regret. That's where your regrets go. To fuel creatures like me. I think you'll wield this blade quite efficiently. And I think your mind will be mine. Even if so, you believe you have control. That regret will lead to sorrow. The pathetic existence of a lone knight who prays and begs for the help of his That's all you are. And your hatred shall bubble over the surface and take root. In time. In time. Are you sure this is what you want?
The sacrifice I make here today will be small compared to the lives I save in the future. I am sure. I have no regrets of this current action.
Make a save.
Same
Yep.
way.
Same way.
Good. $21.
26.
Then may you forsake your God, and may he damn you for your actions. They never forgive, you know. They're not the benevolent beings you believe in. This transgression shall not go unpaid. Sinner.
And then his eyes disappear in the void, and a powerful wind overtakes, like a hurricane rushing against you, as the shadows begin to fade with the wind, almost as if they're being blown away. On the outside, you guys all see as only a second passes as he grips the blade and it glows. Leviticus then falls to his knees and passes out.
Blessed benevolent beings, please watch over him. Please keep him safe. Grant him protection that he needs. Do not fall to the powers that lie within. Steel yourself. Win at eternal battle.
10 minutes passes before Leviticus wakes up.
As he wakes, Violetta will drop her hands and sigh as she kind of rests her mind for a moment.
Leviticus, the blade is firmly in your grasp still as you awake. Your fingers almost in rigor mortis, it feels like, around it.
Am I still alive?
Unfortunately. Welcome back.
Ah, thank you.
I trust you're still whole of mind, Sir Knight. And she'll offer a hand to pull him up.
I reach out with my left to grab it.
I am, madam. Thank you. I could not have done it without yours and your maiden's help, Sir Robert.
That is good. And she'll go to sheath her greatsword.
I'm happy we're ready.
Prayer in the left, steel in the right.
Leviticus, what do you do as you get up, you said?
I guess I'll sheath the blade on my hip.
Alright. As you do, you feel the... Or you sheath it and you look at your hand and you see a brand on your palm. Like
Something
in the
troubling
gauntlet
you.
and through.
I hold my palm over enough for Violetta to see it.
No
The rain
price
hits
too
it.
great, I suppose.
The rain hits it and steam comes off.
Helm will guide me. Even now, I still feel his presence.
That is a relief. It seems that none of us will ever go unscathed when it comes to these vile creatures.
No. All right. It is our burden to bear.
Indubitably. What is our next move now, Lord? And she turns to Albert.
Is everyone ready?
Yes. Ready as I'll ever be.
We'll go in first. We'll use the signal flare we were given by the... Oh, what the fuck are they?
Rusov!
By the Rusons as a signal. With any luck, maybe they're nearby and we come to our aid. But on that signal, the rest of you will come and push into the town and slay what that may be. In the event the succubus is not here, or any of the saints, which I imagine they're not, we will ride as fast as we can to try and meet them.
Yes.
Agreed.
Alright.
Does,
Yep, go ahead.
does anyone else have anything else?
Speak your piece, Lord.
Brothers, sisters, the time for speeches is done. The first great test stands before us, and what comes now will decide everything that follows. There is no retreat, there is no second line. We are all that's here, and we are all that stand against them now. Meet them without doubt, no fear in your hearts. Hold, break, and do what you must to put them down. Let no foe draw breath, and I have one final thing to say. Let's kill them all.
For the realm.
Family for home.
They resoundingly repeat what you know, for family, for home, for the realm. As they put their spears up silently and their swords, and they clank them together as they prepare themselves.
I'll move to mount my horse.
All right. So you're all going in, like just the party.
Yep. Violetta will
Okay.
unclasp the helmet from her hip and put it on for the first time.
Ooh. Okay. Hugo goes over to you, Violetta. He says, Violetta, I think they're going to need you. I'm going to stay here with the men to ensure everything goes well, just in case. I think they could use a night up here.
Are you certain?
Yes.
You know it is my charge to watch over you.
It's also your charge to listen, right?
I suppose this is true. Well, I'll watch your back by dealing with the enemies before you.
Thank you. And just in case anything does happen, I think... And he kind of looks up at the rain, and then back towards you, and he says, I think you were a wonderful maiden. And an even better knight.
Not as good as the knights that I helped. Worry not, friend. Should I die, it will be on a field, gazing at the sky, with the last smile on my face.
No, let's tell no lies. I'm not half as great. And he goes to give you a hug.
She'll turn from her horse and she'll give him a hearty hug. Doing that nice like bear hug with she like squeezes his lower back just to try to, you know, get him to gasp a little bit.
He does. He says, "Look, and listen, you're not allowed to die. That's an order. If I lose a second maiden, I'll kill myself. So."
Oh. I suppose that will ruin my charge as well. Can't have you dying. Well, to that end, then, I suppose I will not die either. Let us greet tomorrow, then, together.
He nods and he heads back over towards the men, kind of hidden on the side of the hill.
She'll watch him for a moment and ponder the words before turning and climbing her horse.
All right. So, everybody on their horses. Are you taking Aurelia and Evelyn? One or both? Or not? Neither. Albert.
Take Aurelia. Evelyn more than likely will stay back so she can document everything.
All right.
I'll approach Aurelia and see what she wishes.
Yeah, she wants to go.
You know, move
All right.
to help her onto her horse and stealing a moment away I'll remove my glove and just like, go to help her up on the horse, but hold onto her hand for a few moments.
Okay. It's about half a mile away, like I said. Oh yes, you hold her hand for a few moments. She touches the top of your gauntlet and gives you a smile as you head back to your horse. It's about half a mile away as you guys ride out. Are you approaching fast, stealthy, or go ahead, Violetta?
I would look over to Aurelia and just give her a smile and a wink.
Bitch.
Why bitch?
That was for me. That was for me. No. That's a good type. Good type of bitch. Good type of like the type where it's like I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. Don't take that the wrong way. That's a good. It's like okay. So
amazing.
Yes. How are you guys approaching the town? Quickly, stealthily.
Probably quickly.
All right. You guys ride towards the town on your horses. It's about half a mile away. It takes you roughly 2 minutes to get there on horseback. You ride up, kind of now in lower elevation towards the outskirts. As I said, the buildings are not well kept. You see like holes in walls. You see some windows shattered. As you're approaching, you see a wagon entering on the far side of town. Getting closer. You guys do make it towards the outskirts, and you kind of make it like up to the side of one of the buildings. What do you want to do? You're on the very edge of the town.
Dismount the horses, have them stay nearby, and start, I guess, moving in more than likely towards where the chapel is.
Alright. Are you, like I said, moving stealthily or what?
Not stealthily, but slowly and cautious.
Okay. Slowly and cautiously, you guys approach. What is this? Must look. You guys approach slowly and cautiously through alleyways, kind of keeping an eye out. Are you trying to avoid sights or people's gaze?
Yeah, we'd probably try to, just move quickly as away from spots.
All right.
And make it to the church as best we can.
So getting closer towards the center of the town. You guys are approaching from an alleyway. There's some crates and stuff that you guys are able to kind of move behind and take, take hide while Shark starts ground branch. You
I figured that.
Okay. You look out into the near the center of the town where you do see people moving. The people that are moving are very humdrum. Like, they are kind of just staring off and walking, like, to and from everything. Nobody's really talking to each other. They're just carrying boxes or water or barrels of fish, or whatever it might be, as they move back and forth between different things. Especially towards the center of town, you do see more people. On approach, you noticed people in the fields, dead, on the ground. You notice things like spears and other banners, discarded armor and things like that in the fields. As you get into town, you have been stepping like over bodies. People are just dead in the streets, and you see other civilians are also just like stepping over them, not really worrying about them or doing anything. Many of the people are quite skinny and are just continuing about with their day. You see some people leading horses. The horses themselves also looking skinny. You see like a caravan moving through the center of town with a bunch of crates. It gets towards the center and stops, and a large crowd of people approaches, and they start unloading into each other's hands, and they're all just kind of moving around to different locations, going in and out of houses and doing things like that. You guys are kind of in an alleyway, like I said. On your right is a window. The window is broken already, and inside the house appears to be like dark and empty. On the left is just like the brick side of a building. There's nothing really to go through or see. What would you guys like to do at this point?
Going to do Divine Sense myself.
I will save you that slot and tell you the rain's going to interfere with it.
Okay. We were told this is where the succubus was, yes?
Yes.
Did
By
we see
Paul?
her at any point? Like
Have you-
proper, not here, like before it was just through the guy she spoke.
I'm trying to think. There's one trying to. Yes, you saw her briefly in the High Marshal's vision, I guess. Like you were able to kind of see what happened as you touched him.
So would I have seen it? Would you say I've seen it up close within 30 feet?
So as well, say you know that succubuses leave behind almost like this memory residue.
Yeah.
It happens with certain objects that were involved in high emotional situations. So
yeah.
For the marshal, obviously, you basically you touched his cloak and you got a flash of what he saw, right? That's when he was describing his story.
So you would say I've seen her within 30 feet up close, right?
Yeah, you saw from his first-person view, you saw as his legs got chopped out from under him, and he fell onto his back and looked up at her. She has.
I'm gonna cast Locate Object.
Okay, what does that do?
Describe a name or an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction of that object's location as long as that object is within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its motion, of its movement.
Does it has to be an object, or it can be a person?
Locate a specific object. As long as you've seen it up close within 30 feet at least once.
Okay, so what object are you trying to find?
Yes, her, if you can consider her a person. Well, she's a woman, so she's an object.
I'm pretty sure there's a different spell for people, but did you want to... I will say, what you saw, he described her sword and stuff.
Yeah, then they'll do the sword that would always be with her, or any bit of jewelry she has.
Alright, so you go ahead and he described and you saw, he said her sword was bigger than she was, and it cleaved straight through him. So, you go ahead and look at her, you try to find her sword. Is there a range limit on this, or it just tells you general direction?
1,000 feet.
Okay. You see that the sword is due. Let me see what direction. Due south from where you guys are at. So basically straight ahead of you. You've been heading south through the town. You approach from the north side.
So south side of town, is what you
Yep.
said. Start heading south and keep concentrating on that to keep narrowing it down.
Go ahead and roll perception first, everybody.
6
10.
Plus
23.
7.
23, 6, 10, and 7.
Yeah.
Excellent, Leviticus. I'm glad you pulled through. Just a side note, of all the parties I've ever had with you guys, this is the absolute worst group at perceiving I've ever had.
Yep.
You guys are terrible. Thankfully, Leviticus got 20-something.
It's not.
Just before you guys start moving, Leviticus, you guys kind of peek out a little bit more from the alley, and you notice knights in red tabards sitting on crates. They're counting coins and kind of relaxing. You see 3 of them right here to your right. So basically you head a little bit further in the alley, peek around the corner, you can see what was previously out of sight. You see these knights sitting there in the courtyard, counting coin and just relaxing.
Would it be these knights?
Yes.
Yeah, he's trying to connect.
Wowee.
as they are sitting there and counting, they're kind of gathered around, like, near the... I'll tell you what, let me go ahead.
I was gonna ask, is it map time?
I guess it's mappy time.
This sounds like a combat encounter.
I drew the alley, and then I was like, why draw the alley? You could just draw the buildings.
Oh, that's fair, yeah.
How am I supposed to know where the alleys are?
What I want to know is, where's the alley?
We're in the alley. And they're out there in the street.
Boy, am I sure glad that they're out there and we're in here and they're out there. And I just remembered that we're out there and they're in here and...
Where's the alley?
Where's the alley?
Alright, this is the wagon.
This is south, right? This way?
No, south straight ahead.
Okay.
That way. Yep. So, you guys, as you're here, put you all here in your little alleyway. Oh, Violet, nice of you to join us. Okay, let's see.
Up in here. Yeah.
No, I know. I haven't seen your piece in forever. It seems like.
Oh, okay.
So you guys are in the alley. Leviticus, as you were back here, and as you peek out just before you see these three sitting here, counting coin. They seem normal, I guess. Like they're talking to each other. You can kind of hear their voices as they're playing cards as well. Sitting on crates, like a little table around them. There are, like I said, there's people dead in the street that others are just stepping over. There's even people like next to them on the crates that are just like dead. Someone with one of the boxes walking past them this way collapses into the mud, and one of them just kind of looks over his shoulder and then like waves his arm to another person who comes and grabs the crate and starts moving it as well. What would you guys like to do? Or say?
I'm gonna hold action lightning lure.
Okay.
If if they discover us or if we decide to pop off, I'm gonna grab the nearest one and yank him towards us.
All right.
Do you know where she is, Sir Albert?
He's still south, yes.
Yep.
South.
To the south. We're getting closer. These three
I'm
are
not
away.
exactly light on my feet.
None of us.
Right. Once more into the fray.
You hear a door open and close as this guy walks out.
Are you finished counting yet? What's the count at? So far it looks like I've got 342 pieces for my count on this bag. That is 46,000 acquired from the town in the surrounding area.
As they start to kind of talk.
The one
Just
that
before
just
that,
stepped out, does
on,
he?
Yep. Go ahead.
Does he appear any different? Obviously, he sounds like he's got the stature of being in charge, but does his armor look any different?
He has a more ornate cloak on.
Okay.
As he kind of opens the door, you can see inside. You see some of them with their helmets off and whatnot inside this whatever area this is over here. You then hear horses to your left. They kind of look over themselves, like they all look over their shoulders over here towards the east, and as they take a look, you hear the horse hooves trounging through the mud, and what you see as multiple Isuranic knights approach on this other side. They ride past the wagon and kind of come to a slow. Hang on one second.
Violet is gonna tap Albrecht on the shoulder and then just point with her thumb back down the alleyway.
Possibly. I'm not sure. It might be moving, but I might need to cover.
I believe the only way we get through here is with a fight, unless we go around.
I agree. I'm fine with going around if need be.
What's the call?
I'll wait to say something until Rich finishes up saying what he's going to do.
Oh, okay.
Alright. So, as I said, you hear horse hooves approaching from this left side. Let's see. Is that blank or is somebody on it?
Somebody.
Alright.
It's the,
So, you hear, as those hooves approach, you see these guys. They're on horseback. The other guys are not. They're sitting on the ground or on those little crates. As the horses slide to a stop here in the mud, the one in the front looks around at everything and kind of trots the horse over towards the other ones. You see him look left and look right at everybody kind of around, and he says,
"Where is Lord Uxor? And why are we sitting?"
They look at each other, and then you can see in their posture as they begrudgingly get up, and one of them, this guy, heads back inside. He's inside for a few minutes, a few seconds before you see him come out with another individual with his helmet off. The man with his helmet off has a blonde mustache, as well as long hair in a braid. As he comes outside, he says,
Captain, how pleasant to see you again so soon. Is any word?
I left these knights under your watch to remain steadfast and to endure. But discipline falters. Yet they count coin as these people die in the streets from sickness and corruption. We must uphold them to our standards and our good name as Knights Isuranic, Lord Uxor. As Lord Ronaldus intends. Do you understand that much?
Yes, as they were, but you see, divine instruction dictated reprieve from their duties. And of course, you understand the procurement of coin is necessary to our duties and upkeep. Even though we, of course, detest the necessity that it is.
On the horse, he kind of looks around and takes a pause.
Yes. Well, if she commanded you rest. Hear me now. I return with news. It's just as Sariel said. That foul demonic corruption has spread even further than I thought. Deep into the other orders. Seraphim, Gilles, attempted to detain Lord Ronaldus. Seems to be a coup, based on disgusting and false accusations, planted by agents of deceit. Something to do with the town of Ardun. I shan't even repeat these allegations. I've ordered a retreat of our men from the front, from the assault, to safeguard the nearby towns before anything transpires. They'll see us destroyed and raze these towns if they have their way. Prepare yourselves. I must see the lady.
Of course. We shall defend these peasants with our lives. But, the Lady Vivitrix desires to speak only with a more devout prophet than you, First Captain. I will send, another of the lords that she prefers, to converse with her and seek guidance, of course. She does not wish to see you, at this moment.
Well, I suppose if that is her desire, I shan't argue. Divine choice. But ask her what we should do. That is all I need to. And inform her what I have told you. It is important. You understand?
The others look around, and they kind of, you can see in their posture as they say, he says, "Yes, of course, First Captain. I'm sure Lord Renaldus misses your company. You should return, and ensure that he's not captured by the heathens of Seraphim, these other corrupt orders."
No, this town is... I understand that she said we can save it, but... I mean, look at these people. Obviously, whatever's happening. I'm going to oversee some kind of aid here. I'll be around. I'll wait for your report.
Of course, First Captain. And then he looks towards the others and he kind of nods, and these two start heading down this alley as he and these kind of trot this way and make these guys get up and start doing stuff around as they start just trying to look busy. What do you guys want to do?
With their backs turned, we'll so I can just bolt straight across. I think it's
Same.
play.
Yeah.
So you want to bolt straight across?
Yeah.
All right.
Rain, I figure, will cover our footsteps, right?
Yeah, go ahead and roll stealth with advantage.
Fuck.
That just means roll stealth. Well, on that one.
Oh no!
With advantage?
Well, I have disadvantage, so.
A normal roll.
Yeah, my normal
Thanks.
roll was a nat 1.
I got a 13.
19.
9.
Alright, I heard 19 from Albrecht, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you get, Leviticus?
13. 1-3.
Let's see. L-M-A-O.
I have an idea.
Lila.
Go for
Sorry,
it.
Violetta. Actually, go ahead. I'm curious what you're about to say.
Hear me out, you know. I'm probably full sprint. It's muddy. It's rainy. I'll probably slip, and as I'm about to fall, make a loud racket. Can I utter out the word from Misty Step and throw myself, you know, further?
That's 40 feet.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. As you guys get there, you see as Violetta, like, appears in front of you, like, on her back, and it falls into the ground.
Can I react to try and catch her before she falls?
Yeah, go ahead.
What do I need to roll for that?
Actually, she's already, like, she's basically slipped and is, like, an inch from the ground, calls Misty Step, and then just splats over here.
Okay.
Flip and slide.
Yeah.
I'll help you up then. You're right, Lady Violetta.
Only my pride is injured.
Loopholes.
Good at least.
Yeah.
As you're about to cross, you see Violetta do that. The other knights don't seem to notice, but the one on the horse turns around. He kind of turns his head, and he gets off his horse and he starts walking over towards this way. What do you guys want to do?
Am I
What does
like
everybody want to do?
peeking my head around the corner?
Yeah, you're peeking
still?
your head around the corner.
Yeah, I'm gonna duck back around and hope that they turn and notice that I haven't crossed yet.
All right. What do the rest of you want to do?
Does anyone have prestidigitation?
No.
No.
Any spells
I have, like, for what?
to distract them or anything to distract the people?
No, I'm mostly combat healer. Lesser Restoration, Zone of Truth, Revivify, Water Walk.
Is there anything nearby I can grab that's metal?
There is wooden planks.
Oh,
I'm
can
gonna
you
grab one
send
of
me
the
a...
metal titans,
Sorry, go ahead.
and I'm gonna chuck it over there.
Okay. What were you gonna say, Leviticus?
Can you put that sword in my inventory?
Yes, I'll do that in a second.
Okay.
Albert, go ahead and move.
I'm just moving here, and I'm just throwing it over here to get their attention over there. 'Cause it'll be a loud metal playing.
All right. What the heck? Normally I can see how long the stream's been going, but I can't even see. Whatever. It's weird.
We've been going for roughly 3.5 hours.
Yeah, because we started around...
It's not around 3:30.
By
It's been about
DST.
3. Yeah.
Because you and I have been in here...
Oh
for
yeah,
what,
we were delayed 3 hours.
About
right.
so I'd say 3 hours, yeah. Because
All right. So
Roach and I were in here for about an hour.
You said so. You're chucking the wood.
No, I'm chucking a metal titan.
Oh, that you have in your bag.
Piton. Yeah, I'm chucking
Okay.
a metal piton to, like, against something to make a clang for them to look away so he can run.
All right. Violetta, I assume both of you are moving this way though, or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna press myself to the other side of the
Alright.
wall and get out of view.
You throw it, and it clanks on one of the rooftops, and he turns over and looks, as do they as well. And they head this way. What do you want to do, Loophole?
Go ahead, pop my head around the corner, see if they've turned. Once I see that they have, I'm just gonna get over as quickly and quietly as I can.
All right. What was your stealth roll?
9.
All right, roll again. Like I said, with advantage.
With advantage?
Yeah, with advantage.
How do I change it from disadvantage?
Just roll twice.
Okay.
Or right click and you might be able to do.
Oh yeah, advantage.
And that should roll normal.
Yep. 22 with advantage.
Give me 1 second, because he's losing his mind.
There's the Mario. Same. How are you feeling?
Less stuffy. I just had a headache today.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Getting better though, I think.
That's good. You drinking plenty of water? Or tea, at least?
I've been drinking a fuck ton of tea.
Okay.
Not really water though.
Alright, so I'll do this last part, and then he's having a bad day, so we'll stop after this, and we'll have to finish next time.
Okay.
Okay.
Normally he's pretty chill bedtime, but he's not having a chill time, as you can hear.
Rough day at the office.
Rough day at the office. You hear them moving about. You get across safely. They go to investigate the. He sends one to go investigate that, and he turns back and he walks over here to where Violetta had slipped. He crouches down. Loophole, you can just kind of peek around the corner and see. He crouches down and he looks at like the slip mark where Violetta was, and then he kind of sees the. Even though the rain is falling, he sees the footprints that are disappearing. He can't seem to tell which direction they're going in. He looks left, he looks right. He's kind of crouching down. And he touches the little slide mark. It's obviously deeper from where she slipped. And then he just kind of sits there for a second as he looks like he's thinking about something. What do you guys want to do at the current moment?
Leave the area.
All right. You guys gonna keep going forward?
Yeah.
All right. We'll stop there. And then we'll. I mean, can you guys pick this up in like 2 days?
Yeah, I have to run the office, but
What
Monday,
days?
Tuesday, I
every
think.
day.
Don't we do D&D on Tuesday, Miller?
Isn't it Thursday?
Armistice
No, we do
Day.
Arma Thursday.
Oh, yeah, I think Tuesday, yeah, we have D&D. Well,
But